Hey everybody, how's it going? So Blaire White has fully taken the side of Candace Owens, and it's getting actually to be infuriating to see this leftist mentality taking over people who have claimed to be right-wing for so long. I'm genuinely disappointed in Blaire White because Blaire White once debated Red Pill Black, aka Candace Owens, back in 2017, whenever Candace Owens had her business, her Degree 180 business, child doxing website. Most of you people probably don't even know that clicked on this video, that Candace Owens back in 2016 openly voted for Hillary Clinton, was very anti-MAGA, did not like Trump, and was trying to police the internet. That's right. Look it up, social autopsy. She actually successfully doxed several kids because they said Nazi words online. A few months later, she would go on to create her channel Red Pill Black, where she was magically a conservative. Of the first female black conservative online. It was crazy. She exploded, obviously, because that was a big deal at the time. And Blaire White and other people like myself were trying to kind of warn people on the internet, hey, this is this psycho leftist that created this website. Well, of course, time went on, and Candace stuck to her guns. We started to accept her. Around 2019, 2020, we kind of got over it. And then Candace started burning bridges. Burning bridges every single place she turned from. Steven Crowder, to Daily Wire, to TPUSA. It was kind of weird how everywhere she went, she left a path of destruction behind her. Every time. And people don't know her past. And it sucks. But I'm here to try and help you guys remember her past. But before we do, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. That is the best way to help me. I don't ask for money or anything like that. Just you guys subscribing and liking helps me out so much. I am so thankful for you all being here. And all I ask is you guys make it to the very end of this video because I have a massive amount of information to dump. It's a big recap over everything, but if you guys haven't seen anything, you're going to want to watch this to the end. And I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. Anyway, let's go on to this. I see lots of people calling Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens crazy. I see almost no one debunking or proving them wrong. That is leftist logic, Blaire. Because Candace has made false claims, or not even, I won't even say false claims. She's made baseless claims. I have to prove those wrong? So wait a minute. Hold on. You mean to tell me I can make any claim about you, and as long as you can't prove it wrong whatsoever, then you have to prove me wrong? Okay, well, Blaire White stabbed a guy on 5th Street in New York once. Prove me wrong. She got away with it. She got rid of almost all the evidence, but I witnessed it. Prove me wrong, Blaire. That is such a backwards thing. Let me explain. So I have to debunk that Tyler Robinson did not do it. She has not shown any proof that he has not done it. I have to debunk that TPUSA did it. Okay, so she said TPUSA is behind this and betrayed Charlie Kirk. I have to disprove that? She doesn't have to prove her claim? Okay. How about Israel? Israel did it. I have to debunk that. She doesn't have to back her claim. Trump did it. I have to debunk that. The FBI did it. Rob McCoy did it. Britney Spears' conservatorship is somehow completely and totally involved in all this, even though there's no proof whatsoever, other than the fact that Britney Spears' father was once part of the Cavalry Church, and that Lou Taylor, who is married to a pastor that was, for the Cavalry Church, is involved, even though they are literally two separate points all the way across the United States from each other. There's no proof that they've ever met, ever talked, just similar named church. Same company, essentially. That's like saying, well, this person works at Walmart in California, therefore they should know the person that works at Walmart in Florida. Because they were originally from Florida, then they moved up to Tennessee. So they just know each other. So somehow that's involved with Charlie Kirk now. Because Rob McCoy might know somebody all the way across the United States that's similarly involved in a similar church that we have no proof of. That's crazy to say. Bring some evidence. I am not responsible for any of the claims that Candace has made. She needs to back it, not me. I don't need to debunk Candace. She needs to prove her claims. The 30-06, it can fire different rounds. All the way from rounds that won't go through Squirrel to rounds that won't go through Bear. All the way through anyway. Or that will go all the way through Bear. But Candace seems to think that the 30-06 is a freaking elephant gun. Like, it is just somehow this insane 50 cal. Really? People hunt with these. And the reason why they don't decapitate what they hunt with is because the bullet is designed to not go all the way through. So you don't have to worry about what's on the other side of that animal. It's common sense. And they're just completely and totally avoiding it. Now, she was also wrong about the first aid. Look at this. Look at this. This guy's covered in blood, and he was there on top of Charlie. You could see the blood all over his hands. He's the one who packed the wound. We know who the gentleman is, and we have there's plenty of evidence to show all of this. Now, Candace also said that they laid him down wrong. But Candace is not a medical expert. Luckily, my wife is. She's a registered nurse. They had him apparently either at an angle or the ground was not level, and they had to lay him flat on that. But there are multiple reasons why you do that. See, he was hit in the neck, okay? Blood came out, all right? One thing you don't want to do is lay somebody flat after that. You know why? Because you need to pack the wound first. Because if you lay him flat, the blood that's in his lower extremities from the waist down will also come out. So you pack the wound, then you lay him down, raise his legs up, and then allow that blood to return, because you don't want all that being on the ground either. Like I said, there are some things when you think about it, it's common sense. Then they could have that blood circulating through him again, having the wound packed so it doesn't come out. Then they take him to the hospital. All this happened within seconds as well. And we, like I said, we see the gentleman who was on this. Now, go follow this guy, Paramount Tactical. He's got 278,000 subs. You guys should absolutely... Actually, I'm going to link him down in the description below. You guys can watch this video for yourself. And then here's Turkey Tom. Guess what Candace has never once ever talked about? The leaked Discord messages. Actually, my screen here is a little off. I'm going to move it real quick. The leaked Discord messages, guys. Candace has never once acknowledged that these exist. She claims that they're fake, but has no proof whatsoever. And guess what, Candace? These have dates and timestamps, just like you required. And you released your text without dates and timestamps, but it gets even worse, okay? I'll play the Steven Crowder stuff in a second. Here we go. On 9/10/2025, on the day he was actually hit, he says this.
Let me just continue. I love how Mormons send missionaries around the world. I love how polite you are. I have my team is Mormon. Terrell's a Mormon. Andrew's a Mormon. Mormons are great people. So everything I say, everybody, I'm an evangelical Christian. We're going to have fun with this, but I'm not one of those guys that hates on Mormons.
I love it. First of all, thank you for being a member.
Really now? Now, was this actually the date? Oh, yeah, Charlie Kirk's... Yeah. So this is here. This is all here. 9/10. Here's the gentleman that was standing right next to him. So you know for a fact this is all set up exactly the way. There's the UVU campus behind. You can barely see it. He said this right before he was hit. He's an evangelical. Candace claimed that he was a Catholic, that he was converting to Catholicism. And she never shows any proof whatsoever, except for the fact she shows him wearing a Christian cross, and the fact that he said St. Michael is his guardian angel or whatever, is his armor. And she's like, that proves he's a Catholic. And I'm like, well, if he wanted proof, wouldn't he be wearing a crucifix, not a cross? Not that Catholics don't wear crosses, and not that Christians don't wear crucifixes, because they're both symbolic of Jesus. But the crucifix is a Catholic symbol. It is their symbol that they use. It at least would have been a little bit more. But here's the thing, too. Charlie was a committed evangelical who only liked Catholic architecture. That this was a lie. But here he is, seconds, minutes before getting shot. And he says he's an evangelical. It's unbelievable, Blaire, that you would even dare say this. Seriously. There's so much to debunk Candace with. So much. Rob McCoy, I believe, was in Phoenix, Arizona when he made these claims that he had blood all over him. He wasn't even there. That's nothing. It's literally nothing. It's unbelievable, to be honest, you know? Candace lied about the letter to Bibi. They managed to prove the letter, and she goes, well, the letter's just fake. Okay? She lied about her interview with CNN. Candace Owens said that they set up the interview before any of this happened, and then they were not supposed to talk about anything involving Charlie whatsoever. But then they released the emails with a date and a time, more information than Candace's text, which I think may still be fake. Because she never showed anything other than timestamps, no date. And those are Candace's rules. She said the FBI texts about Tyler Robinson were fake because they didn't have times or dates. Those are Candace's rules. And I'm holding her to her own rules. She released text messages without timestamps or dates. Then she kind of pulled it up on her phone, was very careful with her phone, and kind of swiped over just barely, and was like, here's the times. Doesn't show any dates. It's almost like it may have been sent from another phone or something, that she didn't want the dates shown, because they were supposed to be from 2018. It's a little weird. It's a little weird that she won't back any of her claims at all. And here's the biggest claim, guys. Candace Owens said that she doesn't think Erica Kirk, and she's not been implicating Erica Kirk at all in any of this. Well, there's a big problem with that, because Candace came out and said that the diaries of Charlie Kirk were fake, that TPUSA's whole succession plan was fake. But guess who succeeded? Erica Kirk. Where did she get promoted or succeed to? CEO. She has all of the files, Candace. All of them. And you never call on her to release any of it. It's because you know all your followers would unfollow you if you started attacking Erica. So you won't mention it. So you have to lie. See, in order for TPUSA to actually be behind any of this stuff, Erica also has to be involved one way or the other. Okay? She has to be involved, according to Candace, because the diaries are fake and the succession is fake. Well, guess what? Guess who thinks they're not? Erica, because Erica succeeded. And as CEO, she allowed the other people beneath her to come up as well in their promotions. Weird, right? Yeah, a lawyer would have done it, not Erica. There are no diaries, Candace. There are none, according to Candace. And yet Erica apparently thinks there are, because she followed the succession exactly the way it was. So there's one of two possibilities. If Candace's theory is right, Erica either is being held hostage by TPUSA or she's a willing participant. Which one, Candace? Otherwise, in order for Erica to not be involved at all, TPUSA has to absolutely be innocent. This is getting so out of control and so frustrating, okay? Now we have an interview coming up Monday as well that I'll probably be live streaming here on Wednesday or so, of Charlie's lead security, the head of security, talking about all the details on what went down that day. Candace is a lying grifter, and the fact that Blaire White now is defending this is shocking to me. You used to push back on garbage like this, Blaire. You used to, and I'll show you guys the video, too, on where this took place. Let's see, so it's, Candace Owens, Blaire White, Dave Rubin. This was in 2017, where they debated each other.
Came of it.
Forward the
Here, let's see
Listen
if
to
this
something
is
that makes a little sense here.
Paul, you lied on him, you lied on me, you grunt when you hear my language. What movement are you a part of?
How is that a lie?
What movement are you a part of? I'm curious. What movement are you a part of?
Me saying.
I want to hear it. What movement are you a part of?
Let me say what I'm saying. I said, I heard she's working for InfoWars, so it makes sense that Paul is defending her. Does that not make sense? That's a speculation. What you did, Tree of Logic, saying she was paid was a direct claim that was not a speculation. There's a difference.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Blaire, you used to do that. You used to actually push back. I don't know what happened to you. It's unfortunate. So I have to debunk every single one of Candace's unclaimed, unproven claims. It's crazy. Prove them wrong to defeat them. If you can't, you're better off saying nothing. Wow. And I said here, we have to prove their baseless claims wrong. WTF is this lefty post? It's crazy. But you know what? We will continue to prove them wrong. Because at a bare minimum, the lies are so overwhelming and it's pulling in so many people away from MAGA, just the way I imagined Candace Owens would do. Just like she did in 2016, how she tried to go for extreme left-wing politics. She is probably being paid or something. I have no idea. And I have no proof to back that claim. Therefore, I'm not going to say that definitively. But I can't think of any other reason why Candace would just absolutely flip everything on its head, as she always, always, always does. Always. She burns every single bridge with every single person. Why would I be surprised that Candace Owens would do the same thing to Charlie Kirk? It's completely insane. I really hope Erica Kirk does actually come out and start pushing back. It's probably really hard for her to right now. It would probably be very difficult for her to be doing so. But I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for making it to the end of this. I hope I didn't leave anything out. I don't think I did. I'm looking over at all this, and it's craziness, guys. There's so much to keep up with. So much. Maybe Candace will be right at some point. You know? Maybe she will be right, because she's throwing so many stones at the bar, and one of them has to hit. But she's not even allowing the trial to happen before saying all of this is fake. At least let that stuff come out, and at least cover this right here. The Discord messages. Anyway, guys, thank you all again, and I'll see you all here in the next one. Later.